Good morning. How are you today? I think you want some loving, dear. Say you will love me, whatever happens. Sit down then. Sit. Sit down. Sit. Good girl. You want to see what's happening in the world today? Who's in here? Who's this? Huh? Not interested? So I just want to come for some loving, huh? Just need loving this morning? Hmm? A little cooler this morning. Good morning, Guy. How's it going? Good morning, everybody. I refuse to be first, but second. Good morning, Mitch. How's it going? Funny. What's happening in the world? Anything good? Any birthdays? Sugar coming for loving this morning. Connie, good morning there. It's night here in North Carolina. Connie, where in North Carolina? 9:30. Great, and you? I'm doing good. A little bit of drama here this morning. I got just giving the birds some food. Morning, Andy. And one of the babies come out the nest. I'm like, oh great. There's 6 nests in there. So which nest did it come out of? Morning, Gary. So I don't know which nest it came out of. So, but it's a baby. You want to see? I'll show you. You gonna be all right if I leave you here for a minute? Huh? Are you okay if I leave you for a minute? You gonna stay here? You don't have to leave. She's what's loving this morning, so she's been following me around. You always know when Sugar's around, you get a cold nose in the back of your calf. You're just standing there doing something, and then she'll come up and put her nose right on the back of your calf. Okay, I'll show him in a minute. You can lay down and be still. Yeah, so I got a baby bird. It's just starting to get its feathers. It's walking. It can walk around. That's not a problem. But obviously jumped out of its nest. But no mom or dad are down there with it. So I don't know where it's coming from. So what to do with it, I have no idea. Leave it alone. Yes? Look at this. I think somebody's content. Look. You will fuss with me. What do you think? You will fuss with me. So I have to put you like that then, because Sugar wants to be in the way. Just hang on. I'm sorry. I'm wiggling again. I had my camera set, and Sugar wanted to lay down. There. Good morning, India. Hi, Guy. Good morning. Nice to see you this morning. Yeah, Connie, this is Sugar. Jay, you got out of bed. You lazy toad. Finally. Sorry, go back to sleep. Does Sugar catch any of the wildlife? No, she don't. Good morning, Brian. Jay's been lazy. He says, I missed you again, I was sleeping. I missed you again, I was doing this. Yeah. Connie, where are you from in North Carolina? I think you told me before. Look at this. Just chilling out, taking it easy. Mooresville. Okay. Cool. I lived in Oxford, near, as they say locally, Henderson. I lived there for a while. Oxford's like an hour north of Durham, Raleigh. Up on the 85 north from Raleigh. And you pass through Oxford before you get to Henderson. Catching up on the beauty sleep. Yeah, so I got bird fell out the nest or jumped out the nest, and I'm not sure what to do with it. I'll just keep an eye on it. But it's walking around, so maybe somebody will feed it. If somebody's feeding it, I think I'm gonna. Maybe I'll get. I have some straw over there, so I'll put a big lot of straw on the floor, and they can get in the straw, and then they can feed it. It should be okay then. Good idea, Kevin. Yeah, Henderson is a funny town. It's like they said it was. They used to have a lot of cotton mills there or something, weaving. But if you go there and look around, it's like just a strange place. I thought. I don't know. Good morning. I'm leaving Pattaya in about 4 hours. Surprise. I caught another live stream. Then, good morning. Hi Kev, your video live streaming is very clear. Have you got... I got this, my pocket Wi-Fi. On a good day, it can go pretty fast. If you go in town, it can do 30 up, 30 down. But my house stuff, I asked them to turn it off. It's terrible. It's I mean, it wasn't good enough for anything. So I was paying 600 baht a month for something that an internet I was supposed to get, but every afternoon around 3 o'clock it would turn itself off. Barry from New Zealand. Buckets of blessings, Barry. Wellness and happiness. Crow. Good day. Good morning. Yes, I loved it for the mountains. Oh yeah. Very nice. What mic does JC retire cheap used to cause it really good? What mic does JC retire cheap used because it's really good? I have no idea. I don't know. Today I'm hoping to get my new internet 3 up. Wow, it's very good. You could do it. You could have anything running on 300. I think anything over like 50/50 is pretty good. But providing you're closer to a hub, you know, if you like, for me, the arrangement I have is terrible. It's not a wire, it's a microwave link. But you know, the trouble is from that substation, they got far too many people on it, and they won't upgrade the infrastructure, so it'll never work. So you know, they kept saying, "Oh, we'll fix it," and they never fix it. Good morning, Colleen. How's it going? 900 baht for 3 BB. Yeah, but I'm too. Yeah, it's good, very good. But you know, look where you are. You're not far from a town, so that's very good. Yeah, if you have to have the infrastructure to make it work. You know, it's not going to work otherwise. Never here. Sugar is very happy here, huh? Just chilling out. Getting a massage while we're talking, look. Crazy. Okay, I need loving this morning. I need loving this morning. Are you happy? Are you happy? Mrs. Softy. Never hear slow. Not slow, I take that. Spectrum here is the mountains high up, but high speed up. $80 a month, crazy. Spectrum here is the mountains, but high speed up to $80 a month, crazy, yeah. You know, there's parts of the world, I remember like in the UK, you can get really, really cheap. I don't know if pocket Wi-Fi is popular, but I did my research and found out about it. I actually found out through AIS. is a phone service. They had a package internet only, and it was for what was it? 30 up, 30 up, 30 down. The down, I mean, as long as you're getting 10 to 15 down, you can stream video. But to upload, you need something like 20, 25, 30. So the house was terrible. I mean, it was just a joke. I think they must have thought I fell off a banana boat. You know, oh, he doesn't know anything about internet. You know, I worked in an IT department at a corporate company for a few years, and I had my own business with all that sort of stuff. So in the end, I just turned them off. But the AIS thing, all you had to do is buy the little pocket Wi-Fi, and you put the phone chip in it. Since then, they've updated it for the same money. They give you 650 baht a month phone, but I don't use the phone because it's in here. So I can put it in a phone, but the problem with that is the phone gets very, very hot when you're trying to upload video. So I thought that's why I bought that. I didn't want to use my phone to do it. What we got saying? So is the pocket Wi-Fi popular? I can't answer that question because I don't know anybody else who has one. Tea, cold tea. Give sugar all the love you can. Dogs really don't live long, and they are the best. I have a lab mix rescue, and she is so loving and loyal. I do, Connie. Sometimes I feel a little bit guilty because I'm walking around trying to do stuff, and she's following me. I know what she wants. One of two things: loving or food. So I know when she comes like this, she just wants to be next to me all the time. So, she actually lived down the road, and there was 3 puppies. I think I told you this story. And I was over there, watering, and it was dusk, and I heard this rustling, and then they come rolling down the hill and ran into the back of my legs. I nearly myself, what on earth was that? Because I couldn't see. It was very dark, and I looked down, and there was 3 little puppies, and she was the leader. And she wouldn't go home. She kept coming back and coming back. Now she goes down there to say hi and comes back here every day. Maybe I love her more. I don't know. She just likes to be here. Good. Kevin and Gemma. Good morning, Kevin. From us both. Looks like it will be hot again there. It's been overcast for a few days, so it's I think it was just coming up to 30 in the shade when I come outside. So it's still not out quite yet, but it's getting warm. I need to get the same pocket Wi-Fi as you have for when I'm traveling. Yours is the best I've seen so far. Yeah, it's I think other companies have one, but for what I use it for, actually it's very good, because if you're going into a hotel and they say they have Wi-Fi, and usually, hotel Wi-Fis are poor, but I don't even worry about it. I just turn this on and off I go. You can go online, upload anything. All I would say, the pocket Wi-Fi is made by D-Link, the actual thing, D-Link, and I bought it from the banana shop. The banana computer shop. I think it was 1,500, something like that, or 1,300 in that neighborhood. And then you get the chip for free, but then you just pay your subscription each month. They like their stronghold of the internet and the cell phone service here. Yeah, I mean, that's what it's like with business, isn't it? Everybody's trying to get the upper hand, but I mean, there's True and other companies, but AIS, that's who I was already, so I just went and got that. I thought you were really intelligent about techie stuff. I don't know what that means. Am I intelligent? If I have an issue, I'll research it. But as I say, the D-Link pocket Wi-Fi is about 1,500 from Banana Shop, and then the AIS service is very good. But I've had this for about a year now, so there might be another company that has a better coverage, but I can say AIS has never let me down. So intelligent, good word for in the morning. Does that pocket Wi-Fi cost another line? It's its own line. It's its own. It has its own phone number. So when I pay my bill, I just show I have it written on a piece of paper. I show my number for my phone and the number for this. So technically you could, if you wanted to be a bit more sticky, keeping the money in the pocket, getting warm now, you could put that chip in the pocket Wi-Fi for uploading and then put it back in your phone for normal phone use. So you could use it for your Wi-Fi on your phone. But I connect my laptop to it too, so I just leave it like that. So technically it's not the most the best costly way of doing it, but it's the easiest for me. I'm in Australia paying 1,400 baht a month for 10 down, 10 1 up. Yeah, see, that's I mean, 10 up, 1 down. Is that right? The other way around? No, that's right. One up. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Yeah, 10 down. That's a lot. So you think 1,400? This is costing me, I think, 1,100 something each month, and this is 30/30 unlimited. You can go on it all day long like that if you wanted to. I'm pretty good with techie stuff. Colleen. Good for you, Mitch. Oh, Connie. You think it's bad here? The Philippines is really bad for internet. Yeah, I have no idea why it's like that, because, you know, I lived in England, and when I worked for the research company there, you know, that's when internet really started to come. It was a corporate company, and I was there when they got a 2 meg line, and everybody's, oh, what? Crazy. And that was in the days when a 540 drive was big. So, and now you got 2 and 3 terabytes. You got, you know, solid state drives where you can load an operating system straight into, technically, RAM, right? Technically RAM. So, 2 meg line. You know, now I got 30/30 in this, right? And a corporate company had 2 megs back then. That was in around 2000. I think about 2000. And so there's no reason for it. I mean, unless you live like where I live, you know, you can understand why. But if you're anywhere near a town, the only reason is because somebody's got a monopoly on it and they just want the money. I have to keep my day job. Mr. Mitch is you're an AC man, right? Corporate, industrial AC man. Doberman Pinscher. Cool. Go, Jay. Hi from New Zealand. John Van Herman. Oh, I remembered. I was asked to give a shout out by Rich for Rich and Jackie. Rich and Jackie watch often. Don't comment often. So I just said, so they said give us a shout out. So here's your shout out. No pieces of paper. I remembered. Rudy and the Deutsch owns us. What's the guy talking about? John, I love my boxer dog. He's 12 now. Cool. Good morning, all. Varen is here. Connie, awesome. Lots of dog lovers. Yep. We were talking about this. There's a wind kicking up now. Nice cool breeze coming through. So I don't think that's a cold front coming. I don't see any clouds coming, just a cool breeze. Unless that's an indicator it's hot over there somewhere. I'm not sure. Where are we? I forgot where I am now. Very good, Kev. You can just one line. Very good, Kev. You can have just one line and switch to SIM out phones. I think that's what you said. Yep, I would. Yeah, you can, Jay. You know, the especially if you have the one that you just put it in the side. You just, put a pin in, it pops out, stick it in there, turn it on, do this, upload your videos, put it back in, take it off in your phone. But the pocket Wi-Fi gets warm when you upload a big file, to YouTube. But you think the pocket Wi-Fi is built for it. So if it gets too warm, it's built for it. That's what it's for uploading, right? So, and you think that's 1,300-400, and you think a phone costs 20,000 and up. So at the end of the day, if the phone's going to go out because it gets too hot, I'd rather buy a new pocket Wi-Fi than a phone. But you can do that. Just pop it out and put it in the other one, yeah. What was my favorite part of living in England? I lived in Salisbury. My favorite part, I think, was I like the British. Every culture, every country has a different mindset. If you go to Germany, you can see it. If you go to Holland, you can see it. And if you go to Paris or France, you can see it. And in England, I like the way the English people are. I was born in London, so I feel akin there. You can walk down the street. You can walk around town. You don't have to worry about America. Most of the parts of America, if you live in the rural area, even in the newer towns, you have to drive from one shop to the next, to the next, to the next. Whereas in England, I used to leave my house, 15 minutes walk, I was in town, walk all over town, have a cup of tea, a bite to eat, and walk home again. I love that. Just to be able to walk. Are you awake now? Are you awake now? Movie star? You getting fidgety? Huh? She kept laying here for me to pet her, and then she got upset and said, she kept moving her feet away. Got to go. All the best. See you, John. My deaf white boxer, Karma, 10 and a half. Died in December 18th. Sorry, very sorry to hear that, Barry. We get attached to sorry. My friend's Wi-Fi, 1,700 Indian rupees equals one. That's very good. 850 baht. It's good. Jan, I love watching Mr. G. Did you ever figure out what happened to him? Very sad when I heard the news. Nope, I never did figure out. There's a frog that is poisonous. So if he played with it and then decided to eat it, I don't know what the reactions are. I don't know which frog it is. I just heard about all this stuff, so I have no idea. All I can say is I was, upset and sad for a long time. I didn't say anything on here for like a month because I just didn't need to talk about it. Early AM video call from my sister. She went on for a couple minutes before I could speak. I said, I'm in bed with someone. Her eyes got big. Then showed her my, boxer asleep. Okay. Good morning, Eve. How's it going? Is that Eve and Wahin? I'm quickly popped by to wish you all well. I won't be around for a couple of weeks. Where are you going, Eve? Couple of weeks. Be safe. Be safe. I'm single, by the way. You hear that, ladies? Mitch is single. Thank you, Mitch. Yeah, I don't know where you're going, Eve, but be safe. I sent an email to you guys, both of you, so I hope you got it. There's a frog or something over here, or a lizard or something. She was my best friend. Yeah. It's sad, isn't it, when we get attached to animals, but we don't get attached to people in the same way. You know, people are a lot more complicated. Whereas a dog, just, you know, like, look at this. She's just laying here looking at me like, well, pet me then. Look. She just jumps up on the table and just says, come on then, do your job. But good night, guy. All the best. Take it easy. So anything happening today? Anybody got a birthday? Any birthdays out there? Yeah, I agree today. Yep. Eve's life is complicated. Be safe wherever you are, and just jump in that now and again and say hi, okay? So we know you're okay. Anthony, good morning. Give Sugar a rub for me. Good night, Connie. Look after yourself. All the best. Yesterday I come home. You can see my truck over there. And there's oil on the floor. So I had a quick check. I just opened the bonnet hood, looked inside, and you can see the steering fluid was down. So I looked at the steering pump, and you could see underneath it was dripping oil. And you can see it's a little bit red. Yes? Now what? Yes? Are you going to look and say hi in there? Say good morning? Who's that? Oh, pickup truck. Why are they in their neighbor's field? Don't know what's going on. Somebody in the neighbor's field. Don't recognize the truck. What we got? Okay. All the best, Steve. Be safe. I have a birthday in 3 months. Does that count? Happy birthday to Andy. 21 again. All my veggies are coming up now, finally. Good. Good for you. Lots of vegetables. Got to dash. Speak soon. Take care, my friends. Eve, be safe. Buckets of blessings. All the best. See you later. Yeah, I was saying I got a leak in my steering fluid. So after this, I gotta push. I can't start the truck because the engine will turn the pump. So I don't want it to leak all over me. So I'm gonna put it in neutral and push it out so I can crawl underneath it and try to find where the leak's coming from. So if it's just one of the cables come loose will be nice. But if it's a hose, I'll have to top it up and drive somewhere and ask them to change the hose for me. You know, one thing I've learned about living here is every day there's drama. Every day there's something. Maybe 3 or 4 things that could cause stress. So I just think, whatever. You know, yesterday when I seen that, it'll, you know, the thing about steering fluid is you can still drive your vehicle. It's just harder to drive. Ashley, okay, flying to Bangkok tonight. Be safe. We, we some Ashley. Safe trip, Ashley. Thanks, Mitch. Flying to Bangkok on. Who else is flying? Is today Thursday? I've lost days. I think today's Thursday. So that means Trent is leaving Texas today. And Ashley is leaving to come over here as well. Oh, every day is a school day. Anthony. School day. What are you studying, Anthony? My fingers aren't working well tonight. I'm doing good, Ashley. Doing good. Just got 2 little things to work out today, but one of the baby birds fell out the nest. He's walking, but somebody takes care of him, everything will be fine. But I'm going to put some straw in there, and he won't stay in it. I'll put the straw in, it'll run off somewhere, but at least it'll have some. I mean, I don't know what nest. There's 6 nests, so where do you put him? I don't know. Just leave him on the floor and hope that mom and dad will take care. Thursday all day, good. Thursday, very early morning in Florida. 12 o'clock at night and Jan's here? Wow. Yep, something to learn every day. Have I got your book recommendations for the plane? Oh, cool. Very cool. Dr. Norman Vincent Peale. I watched an interview this morning about somebody talking something. He wrote a book in 2013. I think I might, maybe I'll have a look at the book. I don't know if I'll buy it or not. You know, I used to read lots and lots of books when I first started sorting out my dramas in my head. I used to read lots of books about how to get past all that mess. But now I don't. What are you doing, girl? Move your big bum. You're gonna push the camera off the table. Big bum's here. You know, Andy, about visiting Thailand. There was actually somebody talking about that this morning, saying that Thailand's very popular now. Jan. Do budgies mate for life? I don't think so. They're a little bit naughty actually, because if you watch them, one girl will sit there and she does a little dance, and then she'll sit there, like body language. If you watch them long enough, you'll see that. And then one will be doing their business with them, and another one will push them out the way. And it could be 3. They're all trying at the same time, so who knows what happens. If you watch dogs too, they, you know, when a dog's on heat, same thing. The pack, you know, all the dogs come around. They're trying to. So I think the answer is no. How to speak Thai in 3 easy lessons. Oh. You know, I was born in London and went to Iceland at a young age for 4 years, and I spoke Icelandic quite easy. And I had Icelandic friends when I was, how old was I then? I guess up to about 6 or something. Around 6, so as I was like 3, 4, 5, 6, while I was there, spoke Icelandic easy. Went to America, learned how to speak American. Years later, wound up in Germany for 10 years, spoke German pretty good. I find French fascinating, so I taught myself French. Never went to school for French, just taught myself a little bit of French, and but Thai is completely different. Icelandic is different, but as a young age, I guess your brain's open for that. You're like a sponge; you just suck it up. They say when you're around under 7, you can learn 3 languages at the same time and not have any problems at all. But I can say Thai is completely different. You know, German, all the European languages in English are pretty much easy because, like, you know, in French you say important, which is for important. So, you know, they sound roughly the same. But Thai is completely different. You know, here's one easy way to learn to help you with Thai. There's that little machine. Colleen mentioned it a couple of days ago. You speak into the machine in English, and it will then generate the same question or whatever in Thai. So it'll speak Thai for you, and I think if I had that in the early days, that would help a lot. But I would say, I have friends here who I speak Thai in the early days spoke English with because they spoke English well, and they helped me. And then their English got good, but my Thai never improved. And now it's getting better and better. What are you doing, girl? Yes, Vince Parrow was a Winchester County near where I lived. Great question. Ich bin auch in Deutschland 10 years. Yep, 10 years. Good, you can write in German. I forgot a lot. Ich vergessen alles. I was in Salisbury, England many years ago, and somebody pulled up next to me in a car, rolled the window down, and asked a question in German. They were asking for directions. And I told them, geradeaus, ample links, all that sort of stuff. I'm like, hey, where'd that come from? That's funny. Yeah, pick up quick. The 5 tones are a problem in learning Thai. Dude, I can't even hear the 5 tones. Like white, the color white is cow, rice is cow, and 3 other things are cow. And I can sit there like, straining, trying to listen, and I cannot hear the difference sometimes. I guess it just takes time, it's very difficult. New Zealand. Thank you so much, David. David Power. The strong man. Powerful David. Yeah, so in the early days, you used to hear me talking to people, and I would just say, Sawadi, or I would say other things, but I wouldn't put kab on the end. And to speak Thai gentle, they say, oh, you should put kab on the end. But one thing about maybe one of the reasons why we get on better with dogs is they don't talk to us. All they want is love and feeding, right? And when you're with people, there's everybody has an opinion, and they all want to be heard, so they shout loud. So sometimes it's advice, but sometimes it comes across as domineering. But if I was to say anything about learning Thai, it would be to try to find somebody who can speak English well, who will just be happy to talk with you. It's trade off where you teach them English and they teach you Thai, because speaking is the best way. I mean, one person said to me in the early days was, there's book Thai, the academic Thai, but the local people don't understand that. If you go to the market and speak proper Thai, they're like, what are you talking about? So, Thai is like German. English is backwards to all other languages, so you have to put everything in the right way. But I've been here almost 7 years, and I can say I'm I can understand a lot. A lot of times I'll just nod, yeah, but I can't reply yet. So I'm still working on that pun. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Egg. Yep. Yep. Thai food lover. You're right. Sometimes there's same word for many different things, which is confusing. Jason here. Hi, Jason. Where'd you come in? Did you sneak in on me? I didn't see that. Good morning, everybody. I'm Lou Face here. May I join your party? Jason Williams, come on in. Just pull up a chair, pour yourself some tea or coffee, and sit down. Now what are you doing? Look at this girl. What's she doing now? Chasing a bug or something. You smell something? Probably a monitor lizard. She's on patrol now. Oh, she likes to sleep under my truck. She's gone to my truck. Sometimes the same. Yeah, sometimes they are the same. Yep. Yeah, so there's lots of slang too in different. So if you go to Isan, they have their own. I only learned this a couple months ago that Isan is close to Lao, so they use a Lao language, and then they have Thai Lao slang. So if you're going to Isan and trying to learn Thai, it could be a right old tongue twister. In the north, they have slightly different again. In the south, there's different again. So, maybe from Pattaya all the way up to here, something like that, around Bangkok, all that area is reasonably the same, I'm guessing. But, if you learn, it's like English, if you're in one of the countries that I found that English varies so much is in England. A lot. I mean, I remember in Dorset, look at the Dorset slang, right? I was on a course once. It was a really hard course. It was the last course I needed to do before I became a teacher in the school. And it was a weekend and I was studying for an exam. And I thought, I got to get out of this room. I'm going to go crazy, or as in English, bonkers. So I drove over to a local pub and had half a beer, small beer. It was like a Sunday lunchtime. I didn't really want to drink, but there was nowhere else to go. So I went there and read the paper, sat by myself, and at the end of the bar there was an old guy talking to a young couple, and he says, "I told he get off I tractor." I told he. So if you're learning English and you go and listen to that guy, you think, what is he talking about? I told the guy to get off my tractor, right? I told he. But that's Dorset slang. But you can drive 10-15 minutes away and find a completely different dialect. In England, it's like you don't have to 30 minutes and you get out and speak to people and you have a different dialect. So if you're learning English, and it would be very difficult to travel around England. I don't know how difficult it is for Thailand, but again, very difficult to learn Thai. And I think it's also, as we get older, it makes it a little bit more difficult. What do you think? Where are we at? Come back. You got. Sometimes, yep. Jason, where are you from? Does sugar show any signs of loss about? I'm not sure. It's hard to say. Sometimes she looks sad. Maybe who knows? I can't ask her, but you see her sometimes. She sits there like a little bit sad, but I don't know if that's just her or maybe. There was 5 puppies here at one stage, and now there's none. Maybe she wants them here. I don't know. Yeah, Dorset's amazing. Brian. There's a, you can be over near Dorchester to Poole, Wool, Wareham. What's that place along the coast? I forget now. There's a place along the coast where there's one of the Queen's nephews has a wood shop, but he makes really high-end tables. Beautiful place. Lots of interesting. Doodle Door, which is right down on the coast, walking along there is beautiful. Hi, Sandy. Never been to the UK myself. Yes, I mean, it's worth a trip for sure. Not cheap though. And I might add this. One of the reasons why I left the UK is because I might upset some people, but this is the way I felt. I felt there was a lot of tension in the air, a lot of animosity. There's a lot of policing that goes on about everything. You even get questioned about taking pictures in the street. All kinds of weird laws and stuff. It's not the country that I knew when I was a kid. Like a young teenager, I moved back to England, and I lived in Lincoln, and that's where I joined the Green Clothes from. Completely different when I finished. 20 years later, everything's changed. I don't know what everybody else thinks. Yeah, Jordy. Why, man? There's a few apps around for speaking and learning the basic new languages. Yep. The thing that Colleen said was cool, the little machine. You just speak into it and it speaks back. So that would be, I know it works for Japanese and Korean. I'm not sure if it's for Thai too, but if it worked for Thai, that would be great. I might even think about getting one, because you speak in the English and then the machine speaks to Thai. And if people are understanding that, you could actually hear and learn from that. England's sarcasm changes the meaning of many words. Yep. I'm living in Singapore. Where are you guys from? Jason Williams in Singapore. Kevin is from England originally, living in Thailand. Yeah, Alabama, yeah. Where's I tell you where's a funny place is the North Carolina mountains. I went there many years ago and did a bicycle trip. You put a mountain bike on a van and they take you up in the mountains, and you come back down on a disused railway line. Like 10 kilometers, was it 10 miles? 10 miles, 15 kilometers, something like that, old railway line. And the guy driving the van, the people in the van couldn't understand what he was talking about. I could understand him, but it was definitely different. That funny? Used to live around Portland. Yep, the naval base. I'm in Washington State, USA. If someone's interesting is teaching me, I will learn. Yep, agree. Ashley's from London, soon coming to Thailand. Near Weymouth, yep. Adelaide, South Australia. Cool. Tony, I'm living in Alberta, Canada, but now I'm from Newfoundland. Newfoundland, they say Newfie, right? Newfoundland. That's cold up there in the winter. Whew. Newfoundland is the last place of the continental Americas that you see when you're heading towards Britain. You go up and over, don't you? You come across Newfoundland and then over towards Iceland and down towards London. From Floridian. Paul's here. Morning, Paul from Florida. Same here, currently I'm feeling away. I'm sure everyone has heard that the new prince is named Archibald. Archibald? Is that in England? Archibald. Really? Not going to get ribbed much in school, eh? As Archibald. Swan 1960. Hello, fellow Floridian. You know what's cool about here? Like Jan and Paul are both from Florida. Mitch and Andy are both from Washington. So they come on here and meet each other. It'd be cool if anybody ever... What's my favorite city? Okay, Daharam, where are you from? You never tell us the city you're from. Tampa area. Cool. It's an app on your phone. Okay, James. I've seen a little machine that does it, but I'll see if I can find that app. That would be even better. Free. Brooksville. Well, I think I heard of Brooksville before. Watch the news. School shooting in Colorado. All student. Sorry about that, Lori. Yes, I know Brooksville. I'm in Spring Hill, actually. Florida. I understand that part. What app's it called, James? Very cool, practically neighbors. Yeah. Yep. Say the very same thing, guys. Cool, huh? Great minds think alike. Open up, translate. What was my dad's name? Oh, that was my dad's name. A-Y-A. I don't know what YA means. I'll take it the 5th on Archibald. Oop. Brooksville is in Hernando County. Okay. Oh. Interesting. This is fun when you're sitting here like this, chatting away. Where's your tea? I wish you guys I could have a little screen or something. And every time somebody chatted, it could show a picture or something briefly in the top corner or something. That would be interesting. So you could have like a cup of tea. You could do that. So when you say hi, it pops in. That'd be interesting if you wanted to do that. Yep. I guess there are apps you can do that. For a group, I mean, not just for like we're doing here. So, anybody got anything interesting? I guess everybody over on the west there in America are gonna... Oops, Archibald Henderson, Mountbatten, Windsor. Not Archibald. Archie, oh, okay. Archie Henderson, Mountbatten, Windsor. No comment. Yeah, I think so, Paul. It'd be interesting. If you say hi, there'll be a picture pop up for 5 seconds or something like that. Another way to interact more. 33 watching. Please give Kevin a big thumbs up. Thank you, Brian. Yesterday, Colleen asked, how come you got so many views but your channel's not moving? And I laughed. And I wasn't laughing because I was angry with what Colleen said. I was just laughing because the game we play, just it's May now, so in April, my channel was doing very, very good, growing fast. I was very happy. End of the month come, and I actually have in my, what's it called? YouTube Studio, with an app, you can monitor your channel. And I look in there and you can see the line going like this, and it goes ding to 0 and back up again. So I think the last day of April, I think I made $8.38 for the day. Sorry, was it 30 days in April? So on the 29th of April, I made the last day of April, I made $8.36, I think it was. And then the 1st of May, I made 0. The 2nd of May, I made $5 and some cents. So it went down to 0 and back up. So the money, you can see, is not great. But the all my viewers disappeared. So you have like a steady viewing, you know, the way the system works, and it just went doop to 0. So the next day, hardly anybody's looking at my channel again. And this happens regularly. Regularly. I speak to them about it and go, oh, well, whatever. So, you know, I do this for 2 reasons. 1, I get to interact with you guys. 2, I enjoy making videos. Sometimes it's a little bit stressful, or you get that creator's block where you don't know what to talk about. But generally speaking, it's pretty easy for me. Whatever, it seems like wherever I go, I see something pops up that I think I can make a video about. So it's pretty easy. And I edit it in the evening. I'm here by myself, so I can edit in the evening. No stress, and post it on. "12 and live with my parents." You're in a village, okay? Okay. What is the nearest city near you then, that we'd know or have an idea? North, south, east, west? I guess Archie is bald. Yeah. Mitch, love how you crack me up. Thumbs up from Jan. Thanks, Brian. Lori. Thank you. Hey, all. Hi, Lizzie. How's it going? What's Lizzie up to? Strasburg is making all the money. This year, #1 girl name will be Victoria. Good morning, Mr. Warlock. How many budgies do you have? I don't know, between 50 and 60. They just keep on going. They had the coconut husk nesting boxes, and they eaten them and they fell apart, which I didn't care about because they have less nesting. But I don't want to take all the nesting boxes out because, you know, breeding is part of the community. So who knows how many. I'm in a dilemma. I keep saying this, but do I stay here or go? Like today is beautiful. Nobody's bothering me. But some days in the afternoon it's too much. And I think I can't stay here, but I like it here. Well, I was thinking of putting a new AV right here, but if I do that, I'll never be able to sit down here and talk again. Just in this spot here next to the river. See the river just over there? Put the Avery there and move them. I was thinking move all of them in here and leave the white ones in the other one, because some of them are pure white, no market, just white. So I was gonna leave the white ones in there and bring all the others over here. Same nesting boxes, so they don't grow too fast, but they have a bigger space. I must admit I enjoy watching them, but I never thought I would have birds in a cage. But I went to a market once to buy some dog food or dog treats, and I seen about 40 birds stuffed in a small cage that 2 would live in normally, and I just felt bad for the birds. So I said, okay, I'm going to make an aviary. I can't take you all home, but I can take 6. And I bought 6 here a couple of years ago, and look what happened. Takes Brian's formula class. Brian, that's the teacher of formula. Live sessions are very nice. Thank you, John. Community more than anything, isn't it? We all come together and share stories and ask questions and wish each other happy birthday and how's everybody. Meet each other, you know, like 2 in Florida, 2 in Washington, etc., etc. Brian down there in North Pattaya now. 11:30 p.m. in Texas. I'm enjoying the view of paradise. Thank you. Where did you get the first one? The first ones, I got them from in Ayutthaya at a pet shop. As I said, they were all stuffed in a cage. I'm like, dude, Why do you do that? But, you know, I just felt bad for the birds, so I just went and I bought 6 and brought them home. Thank you, Brian. For us, paradise is a view behind you and the chirping birds. The birds are behind you, but in front, you can see this. Let me move out the way. You can look over there a bit more. How's that? Better? For us, paradise is a view behind the chirping budgies. Yep, I'll take Brian's Formula class also. There you go. There's 2 classes. Ryan's going to need a classroom. I'm wondering, Kevin, do they have parrots over there in the wild? I don't think so, but don't quote me on that. There's lots of... Okay, I don't like talking negative, but this is fact. I went to Bali I've been to Bali 2 times, and many years ago, I think it was the second time I went to Bali, I went to a waterfall in the middle of nowhere, and I was like, the first thing that struck me was, hey, there's no birds here. Where's all the birds? There's like no tropical birds. I didn't see a sparrow. I didn't see anything. I'm like, where's all the birds? It was quiet, but no birds. And then, when I started to leave, I seen 2 or 3 way up in a tree. I'm thinking, okay, there's colorful birds. But when I drove back, I was on a scooter and I drove back on this long country road, come up to to a main road, turn left to head back to, where was I? I forgot the town I was staying in now. Anyway, along the road was all these aviaries full of birds ready to be sold. People catching the tropical birds out of the forest and selling them to be put in cages. So it's hard to say what's native here anymore because they're all, the habitats are tore down. If there's a tree that's a reasonable size, somebody wants to cut it down, somebody wants to burn it, somebody needs to sell the bird or eat the bird. Nothing's left alone anywhere. So I don't really know what's native. And I'm not being negative, I'm just stating a fact. Brian might know about that app. Hey Brian, when will the house in Peterborough be finished? If you let them go, the birds of prey will eat them. Yes, sure. They must be happy they are fruitful and singing. Yeah, they're always singing and they're always making babies. So, people say, how do you breed them? I don't do anything. Nobody put me in the breeding cycle of a budgie, so I just tried to create an environment that I thought would be happy. Somewhere where they can fly, clean water and food every day, nesting boxes, places to perch, ropes to play on, things like that. I just think about, keep making them in an environment that they're happy in. And they get busy doing their stuff, chirping away. We've been so busy moving our company and location, we've not had time to do much videoing of the house in Peterborough, but we'll be back across the next week. There you go, Brian update. Kevin, there are birds in Thailand that are used for singing competitions, but have very ornament cages. Have you ever been to one of those? I've never seen anything like that. No, sorry. I've not heard of that one, the singing competition. I don't know. What was it? In Indonesia, in Java, you see a lot of tropical birds in really nice wooden cages. So when people build a house, they have like a big overhang to put shade on the house from the hot sun, and they hang them in the cages all around the house. And many people have that. Beautiful tropical birds in cages around houses, sitting in there by themselves. But I don't understand, but wouldn't it be, for me, I think wouldn't it be better for just to let them be out in the tree and you put a bird feeder out and they come in your garden and you see them? Or just watch them and let them be free. I don't understand that, but if you were to move to Thailand now, where would you choose to live? Hint, hint, I'm planning to move there. Good question, very good question. To live like I do, the first thing you have to be is you have to be very strong-minded and very independent and have a plan. And I'm not trying to be big-headed, it's a fact. Because, like I say, every day there's a new drama. Pressure. Right now, I can't flush my toilet. There's enough, I can fill up a water bucket and I flush my toilet that way because the water pressure's died. You ask locally what's happening, everybody says same, nothing changes. A couple of weeks, maybe it will come back. I have water, the electricity is working, you know, there's always a drama. So I would say, if you live in the countryside, make sure you go to the neighbors and you want to buy a house locally or live in a house or rent a house, ask the neighbors, what's the internet like? What's the water pressure like? Does electricity or water go off? That sort of thing. But, you know, Joe has an apartment in Bangkok. That would be like putting me in jail. I couldn't do that. But he's happy there. So it depends what you really like. Are you a city person that like and don't mind an apartment, or do you want to be more in the countryside? So it's something you have to think about. But I mean, you can ask questions by all means, and I'll try to help where I can, or ask anybody here. I mean, Brian is renting a home. Joe's renting an apartment. People have houses all over, all different things. It's what it is that you. You know, you just have to, what is it, what's your lifestyle? Are you an outdoor person? Are you a country person? I think the rains are late, you know why? I just watched 3 little butterflies, like colored butterflies, flying together. And so the butterflies are coming, but there's no rain yet. Interesting. Looking forward to the house update, Ryan. I'll call my wife Budget. Oh, I call my wife Budgie. Cool. She chirps away. Very nice. I used to keep homing pigeons when I was young. Yeah, you know what's funny? I never thought about keeping birds ever. Pigeons come here and doves come here. They walk around. Many birds come here. You know, you see sometimes on the wire, the doves will come at night and they come down here on the grass when it's raining. You'll see doves and pigeons in the grass all the time looking for something. And over in the woods, you have many different other types of birds. So, but pigeons are fascinating. Yes, there are bird singing competitions here in Thailand. It's very popular with the farmers. Okay. Yes, spot on, Kevin. Put the feeders out and watch them in the garden. Yeah, I think, yeah, why not? Just leave them alone. The good thing is if you do that and you go away for a few days, they can take care of themselves. You know, you don't, in the winter, you know, here in the winter, there's always still something to eat. You don't have to worry about anything. So tropical birds will go on about their business. One thing I did find about feeders though here, I actually had a feeder over there, and I put bird seed on it and bread and berries and fruits and those kinds of things, and nobody touched it. Because there's so much food here. There's so many bugs around, they don't need to eat that. They just eat what they're used to. Dan Beck. I used to do the same as a kid. Cool. Mr. Mitch, competition singing are red scented bugles on the morning from London. Huh. Ryan's Thailand, thumbs up. I couldn't live in an apartment. I need greenery and space. Same here, Andy. If you put me in an apartment, it would be like giving me a prison sentence. I'd live there, I could sleep there, but I think at the end of the day, I would never be in it. Wake up in the morning, get dressed, and leave. But, you know, I've been to Bangkok several times to different parks and stuff, but you can still hear all the street noise, and the attitude of street people, attitude of city people. Like Steve West, I used to take them flying competitions over 500 miles away. They used to come back in less than 3 days. Wow. I am the opposite, Andy. I like being in the city. Cool. I've always wondered why they are called apartments. Shouldn't they be called togetherments? Yeah. Where's Sugar going? I think she's going off to do her business in the woods. I'm a suburb type, not city, but not far, not too rural, not looking to be for the nightmare, but a place easy to live. 63 with good retirement. Yeah, I mean, you could. There's many. What do you call them? Developments. There's many developments. So you could rent a house in a development. If you go like in the Utica, there's a big C, which is actually there. It's like a small mall. It's like a small Walmart type thing. But inside that, there's a lot of other shops too. And then there's the main road. But if you go behind that, there's a lot of little developments with a guard on the gate, so not anybody can just go walking in. So you have a house and a garden, so something like that's not is kind of in between. And at 63, I understand. You don't want to be doing. I used to love to make things out of wood, cabinets and stuff. I don't feel like doing that outside in the heat anymore. Today would be a good day for working actually, because it's take the shirt off and you're not you can sweat but not too bad. It's not too humid today. You are a right comedian today. Kevin, did you holiday in Thailand many times before decided to live there? Anthony's asking, did I holiday here? A couple times, yeah. Holiday, not so much holiday, but I just came here and hung out and then wandered around. It wasn't really like it wasn't like a holiday. A holiday. You have an agenda. You want to go to different places. I've traveled a lot in my day, and I didn't really have an agenda. I just came here to chill out, live life. Then I went to Indonesia for a while, 5 months back. Then I went to India in Nepal back, and then came back again. So I came here a couple times. I think 1, 2, maybe 3 or 4 times before I actually said I'm coming back to Thailand. Back then I was on a mission to find some information. So greetings from Minnesota. Hi Keith, how you doing? Thanks for joining in. Working new material. Hitch is a comedian. Who's that? Fanau? Good morning. Or is it lunchtime already? We've been here a long time. We've been over an hour already. First time HBO special next month. I used to adopt the rehab parrot. People buy parrots and get tired of them after a few years. They live a long time. Some up to 35 years. Wow. Very cool. Good for you, Bert. Try Hua Hin Chiang Mai. Yeah, Hua Hin and Chiang Mai are both, they have a lot of Westerners there. So if you want to meet up to talk for coffee in the mornings or hang out with friends, and they have, clubs and things like that you can attend. So if that's what you like. Any plans to travel overseas, Kevin? No, not really. I mean, everybody loves to travel, and I've traveled all my life. I was born in London and moved to Iceland for 4 years, America, a couple places, back to England, went to Germany, back to England, back to Germany, been to the Falkland Islands, been to Africa, different parts of Africa, a few places of Asia, India, Nepal, back here. I don't feel like I need to travel anymore. I'm quite content just living my life. One day maybe I'd go back to Nepal. I love the culture there, their food, the people. They're especially getting off into middle of nowhere. They're super friendly people. Get out of Kathmandu and get up into the mountains. The people are just crazy friendly. And you can go to a local school, and most of them somewhere will speak English if you need any answers. Shaham looks a lovely spot near the ocean. Thank you. Good advice. Looking to spend some retirement in Thailand. Been healing myself, much like you. I relate. Yeah, see? Healing, that's the thing. That's one of the reasons why I don't feel like traveling anymore. I just think, oh, my bum's sore from sitting here. I think, what we do in life, when we have these things that cause us pain, we push them down, push them down, push them down. But finally, they want to come back out. They always want to come out. You have to let that stuff loose. And one of the reasons I moved to Thailand, come here, was to decompress, as you might say. Because you force that stuff down, it wants to come back out. And, dealing with your past darkness, whatever. And then once I can say today, I don't have anything to complain about. I've come to terms with everything. I've forgiven the people that I had problems with in the past. I've been ripped off royally many times by past partners, but it's okay. Karma will take care of me. I just said the other day that even on my pension, I managed to find a way to save some money. I get a couple of thousand baht, sometimes like a 40, 50 pounds, $50 a month from this. Nowhere near pays. It doesn't even pay for my diesel running around and videoing stuff, but it doesn't matter. I'm enjoying myself, so it's kind of what I do for fun. Heal myself. Yeah, that's the thing. Living away from the tourist trail would suit me better. Yeah, that's what I do. There's no tourists here. There's there's tourists in Ayutthaya, which is 30 minutes away, but not around this area. I think there's nobody else in the village. If you go north from here to a dot of a town with a traffic light, there's a Falang living there. I've met him in the village. He come to the village to go to the shop. I think I met him twice now. And there's one about 12 kilometers from here. I've seen him, but I never met him. And I'm not going to go say hi or anything because no need. Ryan says, some come and travel around here first. So many places you would find amazing too. Yep. A question, where are Gulmi and Gulmi is about 12-hour minibus ride away from Kathmandu. Lumati, I'm not sure where Lumati is. Gulmi is you get a van in Kathmandu, it takes you to Gulmi. It's in the middle of nowhere, surrounded by the Nepali people say a mountain with snow is a mountain. A mountain with no snow is a hill. So these have snow on, so it's cool there. They're kind of like mountain tribe, not tribal people, but mountain people. Really nice there. Everything is like you can stay in a hotel cheap, eat food there. Just got to be a little bit careful of the water in the villages because you'll get the runs. 7 species of parrot in Thailand, all mostly in the northwest. Northwest, so that would be bordering on what? Myanmar. Cool. Thank you for that information. Steve, I've been here nearly 14 years now, and there are so many places I'd love to live. Yep. Steve, West 7 species of spider on my phone, mostly in the Northwest. 7 species learning every day. Yep. Thank you for the information. My ideal place to live would be near the ocean and rainforest near by Thailand. Yeah, you know, when they say rainforest means over 130 inches of rain. Like in the Olympic National Park in Washington, Mount Rainier area, they have actually have a rainforest, believe it or not, because they get over 130 inches of rain. So I don't know anywhere in Thailand that has a rainforest. A jungle, but most of the time this time of year, it's all dried out. I have water here because these rivers come from the north. So if it rains anywhere from here, way north, it comes down here. So quite lucky, really. We've now got thousands of them in London, not sure. Please, when is low season and high season? Low season is normally around the rainy season, which is like July, August. People still come here, but in the rainy season or hot, like now, believe it or not, there's tourists in Ayutthaya now, and I'm thinking, why would you come this time of year? But they do, and but there's no rain, so they're going to get burnt up, but not wet. But the rainy season in Bali is a lot different than the rainy season here. In Bali it can rain every single day. Here it will rain maybe 2 or 3 times in a day, and then you might miss a couple of days. So yeah, you can. I mean, you could spend the winters here and the summers there in America. December, November, December, some years you can get 2 or 3 weeks of coolness, but there's no spring. It just goes from winter straight to summer. Very hot. You should call phalanx gava, yeah, or potato, right? Mam phalang is potato. Only 62. Kevin, do you enjoy the rainy season? Yes, it's all right. I enjoy it because there's lots of growth. It means a lot of work for me. Like cut the grass one day, the hedge the next day, trimming up for another day. So almost 3 days a week I'm working in the garden every day just to keep it under control. But you get lots of flowers and butterflies and frogs, and if you want to be in nature, rainy season is the time because it's very everything's growing fast in the rainy season. Right now all this stuff is green because I water it. These big trees I don't. I used to water this one, but I don't now. But everything else is green. All that over there is green because I water it. Otherwise it'd just be burnt up. My cherry is turning into a pumpkin. I'm going to run, gangsters. Okay. Oh, look after yourselves. Mr. Mitch. Buckets of blessings. All the best, sir. Okay, guys. We've been on there an hour and 24 minutes. Whew. And we've got 30 people watching. Good. So Gordon Tickle has said he likes the rainy season. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of things happening in the rainy season. The thing to do is to I'm going to show you my shoe. It's not pretty, it's my gardening shoe. But shoes like this, these are Crocs, these ones, right? They're kind of burnt out. I went to buy a new one the other day, but they don't sell them anymore. The shop's closing down. So I have to go somewhere else and get them. But stuff like this is what you want for rainy season because it's wet. So if you walk out somewhere and it rains, you walk through a puddle, your feet get wet, wherever you get, you just kick them off and your feet dry out. So you don't have socks and shoes covered in mud or wet. So you just need a good, like a Croc. Crocs are not good for your feet long term. Something you can wear, maybe not an expensive leather shoe, but something you can wear that can get wet and you can just kick off and it'll dry out in a few minutes. You know, then when the rain stops, you slip them back on and you run back outside again. That's what you need for rainy season. Stuff that dries fast. Clothes that are like, you see me, the shirts I wear, they're like cotton or polyester, but super thin. So they'll dry real fast if you get caught in the rain. My shoe is my shoe of choice. Yep, that's and they're good because they just dry out fast. So you can, you know, if you have a size 44 or smaller, a man's 44 or smaller, which is centimeters, which is about a size 11. If you're a size 11 or smaller, you can get shoes anywhere. If you're and a little bit more difficult to get shoes if you're like a 12 or above. So bring them with you. You can wear flip-flops, something like that, but they're not good for your feet long term. They'll hurt your ankles and stuff long term. Okay, Jan, good night. I know you need your beauty sleep. Thanks for being here. Time for bed. Okay, guys, I'm going to sign off too, okay? The Crocs, yeah, but it's hard to get the right sizes. So I used to go somewhere else so I could get the size I need, but I'll just have to keep looking. You're very welcome. Okay, guys, I'm going to sign off, okay? And say good night or good afternoon, wherever you may be. Look after yourselves. All the best. I hope all your wishes and dreams come true and any sadness or unhealth problems disappear. Buckets of blessings. See you guys later. All the very best. Thanks for coming.